Hey curl friends, and welcome back. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to create these feed-in braids with Kinkalon braiding hair. Now I'm starting off with my wash day. I love to start these braids off on freshly washed hair. I'm using the Tailored Beauty products. They are our sponsor for today's video. So I'm starting off with their shampoo and conditioner. I'm just going to get my hair squeaky clean so that I can keep these braids in all week long without any kind of itching or dandruff or old nasty hair. And to prep my hair for these braids, I'm going to be using the LOC method. So I'm using their leave-in, which is a moisturizing mist. I'm going to start off with that first, and then I'll go in with the oil, which is their Grow Thick oil. And then of course I'll be twisting my hair, 2-strand twisting with the Everything Butter, which is their cream. Now I love to start off braids on super moisturized hair. That way I don't have to worry about adding too much gel to keep my hair nice and slick or nice and healthy and moisturized. As this is a protective style, you want to make sure that your hair is super duper moisturized before you add in any kind of extensions to your hair. So here's the Everything Butter, and when I say y'all, this is everything in a jar. You can literally use this on your hair as well as your skin. They don't add any kind of chemicals to the products. They're pretty much organic. This is a black owned business, so I thought this would be a great business to feature in honor of Black History Month. 2-strand twists are a great way to both moisturize as well as stretch the hair. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my hair with these 2-strand twists. I left them in, honestly y'all, for about 4 to 5 days, and look what it's looking like. My hair still looks super duper moisturized and healthy. So I went in with the moisturizing mist as well as the Grow Thick oil to take down my twists. And I'm just going to go ahead and take them down so that we can prep for these braids, get my hair nice and fluffy and big. And y'all, look at this definition. I literally had these twists in for about 4 to 5 days, no lie. I'm just going back in with my detangling comb to detangle my hair, and I'm going to prep for styling. So I'm going to start off with a middle part to separate my hair. I'm going to go for more of a small braid to large braid kind of effect. So the left side of my hair is going to have the smallest braids, and on the right side of my head is going to have the largest braids. So I'm going ahead and starting off my design. I want to create this little like zigzag kind of design, do a little something different with my braids this time. So I'm just splitting my hair into these little zigzags. I'm creating the first braid, and I'm going to go ahead and separate that hair using a hair elastic. And here's my second braid. You guys can see those are my 2 largest braids. On my left side, I'll have the small braids, and I'm literally just parting my hair, creating these lines that mimic more of like a zigzag design. It's really simple, guys. And I'm just going to tuck the hair away using a hair elastic. You can pretty much achieve any design that you guys desire. It's literally all in the parting. So I'm just going to add in a little bit more texture to my braids as well. Where my zigzag part is, I've created a small little braid. I'm just going to go through, find little random spots where I see I could add more texture to this braid, and I'm literally just going to part downward to create pretty much like a rectangle in the braid. And as you guys can see here, wherever the braid pivots, that's where I'm going to add in these small little tiny braids just to where the line ends. And I'm just going to leave the ends loose because I'm going to be adding these tiny little braids into the big large feed-in braid. I know it sounds super confusing, but trust me guys, it's super easy. So I'm just going through all of my different partings for the large braids. I'm just going to continue creating these small little textured tiny braids. Something as simple as adding in these tiny little braids into your large braids can make the hairstyle look super complex, as if you went and got it done in a salon, guys. But it's really just adding in these tiny little textured pieces into the braid. So I'm using 100% Kinkalon hair as promised, and I used about 3 packs. I kept them super long. I never cut them, and I literally just split the hair into small sections. I created pretty much medium-sized pieces because I knew I wanted these braids to be a lot more thick than my usual small feed-in braids. And I went ahead and used a little bit of gel onto my hairline just to create more of a sleek effect. The rest of my hair is pretty much just the regular Everything Butter that I used earlier to moisturize my hair. and I'm just grabbing the small pieces of the braiding hair and adding it in to the already pre-existing natural hair braid. I started off with my own natural hair to create the cornrow, and I just added in the braiding hair to each and every strand. The feed-in braid is pretty simple. You literally have a piece of braiding hair that's folded in half, which gives you two pieces. Those two pieces will be added into your own natural hair strands. You have three pieces that you're pretty much braiding for your natural hair. You're going to add it in seamlessly. Just add it into what you're already braiding and just continue braiding. Now, the more hair that you add more often is going to create a much larger braid. The less hair that you add in less often is going to create a small braid. So I wanted a much more larger braid this time around, so I'm adding in the hair as frequent as possible. Pretty much anytime the hair reached my right hand, I went ahead and added in the braiding hair just to allow the hair to build up and create more of a 3D large braid. And I'm just going to continue this technique, just adding in the braiding hair. Don't forget your small little textured pieces if you decide to add them in. Don't forget to add them in as you're braiding the hair. And pretty much just take your time. Take your time when it comes down to these feed-in braids. You want to take as much time as you need. Add in that hair slowly so that you don't end up with any mistakes or end up messing up the hair. It can get pretty tangled pretty quickly. So just don't forget to detangle the hair and take your time. And here's what my hair looked like with just the braids in. You guys can see the texture in it. It looks a little bit complex. I'm going to go a step further and add in this lock jewelry. I got a big pack of lock jewelry for only $1.99 in my local beauty supply. And I'm just going to add these jewels to my hair. They're pretty much just like these beads that you can open up. They have a little opening where you can stretch it to the size of the braid and then mold it back, shape it back towards the sides of the actual braid once you get it attached to your hair. These jewels can add so much more pizzazz to your braids, make it look more professional, and just have a lot more of a fashionable statement to your hair. So here are my final results. I went ahead and threw it in a little bun for you guys so you guys can see what it looks like up, but I pretty much wore my hair down the entire week. This is a protective style, so there's super low maintenance. You can go in daily with the moisturizing mist for your actual braids to keep them moisturized, and also oil your scalp with the Grow Thick oil. Here's what my hair looked like when I took down my braids. You guys can see how moisturized it still was afterwards. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. This video was sponsored by Tailored Beauty. Like I said, they are a Black-owned business based out of here in Atlanta, and I was so proud and so happy to work with them. Their products are absolutely amazing. I hope that you guys get a chance to check them out. I'll have a link in the description box below. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.